Good morning, my fellow yogic travelers. I'm mighty glad to be alive today, and I hope that you are too, as we continue to live, laugh, love, learn, linger, live the life we love. It's Thursday in 2023. That means it's story day. Once there was a man who was going on a business trip, and he told all his family to ask him for what they would like him to bring. And he also asked his parrot, should I bring you anything? And the parrot said, well, you're going to the very area where I was captured. Would you go out to this section and just let my relatives know I'm captured so they won't worry about me? He said, I can do that. So he went off on his trip, bought different things for his family. And then he went out to the area where the parrot suggested, and he cried out, oh, parrots, know that we have your relative, got captured. He's living in the aviary in my house now. And as soon as he finished saying that, a parrot dropped out of the tree and fell down at his feet. Oh my God, the news shocked him. He had a heart attack. He couldn't take it to hear his relative had been captured. So he went back and he gave the presents to his wife and his kids. And then he went to the parrot, and the parrot said, did you say anything to my relatives? He says, well, I'm sorry to say that I did go there, and I told them you were captured living here, and one of your relatives fell out of the tree and dropped dead at my feet. And the moment the parrot heard that, he swooned and dropped down into his cage. Oh, and the guy said, oh, I am so sorry. And the news shocked him so much that he couldn't handle it. He had a cardiac arrest. So he opened the door of the cage and took him out and lightly put it on the windowsill. And all of a sudden, the parrot revived and flew away to a tree branch. He said, thanks for giving me the message from my relatives about how to escape. So in the Indian bird, there's something about playing dead to the world that gives you a certain kind of freedom. And let's expand on that idea. You know, I believe that when you use power of affirmation and positive thinking, you're developing a hidden power that everybody has. In the twinkling of an eye, you can solve your problems and smooth out your difficulties. It's as if we have a magic healing balm in our own thoughts that can deal with our bruised and broken heart. And this is no mere imaginary abstraction, but actually the most practical thing you can learn how to do, to use the primal power that's the birthright of all. It's a source of energy that's stronger than electricity, more potent than high explosives. It's unlimited, inexhaustible. So will you allow and permit this power, which is indwelling, to take over your whole life? And when we talk about this in theological terms, they would say God isn't interested in what you did, but what you're doing now. Let go of your past. Just continue to refrain from conduct that brings you or other people pain or disturbance or turbulence. And then live for today, not tomorrow, which never comes. That's the important thing. And to lead the aesthetic life, to have that experience, which James Joyce calls silent, luminous stasis. That's one of the most beautiful, concise ways of talking about samadhi that I ever heard. So rebel. Your libido, your life force has always been in contact with civilized behavior. And I'm not saying that we should be sociopaths and go postal. But once we learn to conform to society, it shuts down so many parts of us. And then it domesticates our vitality and restricts our imagination. How many years have you heard me say the leaders have rigor mortis of the imagination? They can't come up with anything better than what they do. So this is my wish, that you learn the difference between instruction and education. Instruction, they just pack in the information. It has nothing to do with you. But in education, you have to lead forth from within you where you feel the Spirit is leading you. So may you all learn how to educate yourself.